Hello, StarCraft fans! This is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between Livibee and Nistic on Apotheosis, the latter edition. In the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Zerg player. It is Nistic. And in the top left side of the map, we have the red Terran player. It is Livibee from Nightshade Eradicators. That's what NSE stands for. I found this replay on ggtracker.com. A great resource for anybody looking for our StarCraft 2 replays. You can sort them by league played, by matchup, anything you want. Go ahead and check out ggtracker.com if you're looking for StarCraft 2 replays. Okay, so I'm pretty sure this isn't the real Livibee, mainly because Livibee is Protoss. But I'm not sure why a GM player would be going by Livibee as Terran. Maybe you can explain that to me in the comments. Alright, so a ZVT here in Apotheosis. I love Apotheosis. I have missed Apotheosis. I feel like I haven't cast a game on this map for a long time. I just like the jungle tile set. You got jungle, you got trees, you got these like cobblestones here. You have old Protoss, things left over from a forgotten age. It's just, I like the atmosphere. I really do. I really like this particular map, Apotheosis. It's fun too. A lot of good places to expand. Not really many safe places to expand, which I like. It really tends to make people a little bit more aggressive, which makes for more exciting StarCraft, which makes you people happier, and then everybody wins. Does look like a Reaper expand here out of Livibee. Barracks finishing, and what do we get out of this barracks immediately? Something pops out. It is a Reaper. Alright, so Reaper name sent, or posted in a comment on one of my videos is Frere Reaper. After one too many last rites, a dying Marine. He decides to take matters into his own hands in order to protect his flock. Armed with his holy KD8 charge, he is out to battle the forces of evil and darkness with this prayer. Bless this KD8 charge, O Lord, that with it thou mayest blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. Amen. Ah, Frere Reaper, straight out of Monty Python and the Quest for the Holy Grail. Much funnier movie if you watch it at 4 in the morning or if you've been drinking, I've been told. But yeah, it's one of my favorite lines of all time. Bless this, thine holy hand grenade, that with it thou mayest blow thine enemies to tiny bits in thy mercy. Ah, so wonderful. So anyway, Frere Reaper is heading on down to get revenge. One too many last rites he has had to say. Watch too many of his Marines die to the Zerg. He's going to take matters in his own hand and get revenge if it kills him. And you know what? It probably will, because I mean, let's be honest, he's a Reaper. Hopping up into the main base, though. Going to check out and see what he can see. KD8 charge being thrown on down, and it does blow the Queen back, but not into tiny bits, unfortunately. And retreats. Frere Reaper, your job is not done yet. Get in there. Get in there. Meanwhile, an Overlord is trying to get shot down by these Marines, but does find a nice, safe spot up on the high ground here. Frere Reaper still alive. Oh, gonna get a drone kill? Get it. Get the drone kill. KD8 charge misses, but no, drone turns into a spore. Ah, Frere Reaper, you're doing so well. You were doing so well, but forcing a spore creation cancel is pretty good. It does take some resources from the Zerg. It's not the worst thing in the world. Meanwhile, another Overlord heading on up. There are a couple of Lings here. Looks like they try to do some harass, but I mean, that command center is going to finish. It is upgrading itself into an orbital command, and no big deal. Frere Reaper sneaking on in, going to try to get a drone kill. Can he KD8 charge and finishes the drone? Good job, Frere Reaper, getting that drone kill. Beautiful. Beautiful display. Scouting the third base here at the gold as well for the Zerg. Just that's what you want to see. That's what you want to see from your Reaper. Two Lings trying to come in again, but there are Hellions here now, and the Lings get roasted up immediately. Whoosh. Little Zergling barbecues there. Checking other bases now is Frere Reaper. No, there's not a fourth base for the Zerg at the 3-minute mark. He's not that crazy. Not that crazy. Very standard third base timing. Spinecrawler coming up at the front of Nistic's natural base. And that's a lair. That is a lair upgrade just now finishing at 4 minutes. That's an early freaking lair. Oh, but Cloak Banshee on the way for Livibee. Banshee, Cloak in that production tab. Where is... Nope, here's the Reaper. The Reaper trying to take down this hatchery. I haven't seen a Reaper take down a hatch ever in the history of Legacy of the Void, not since they lost their little grenade attack here. Reapers and Hellions and KD8 charges knocking that Queen back who came to defend the third. There are Speedlings here, though. I don't know about this. Speedlings probably don't want to chase. Oh, Frere Reaper. Oh, Frere Reaper got murdered by a Queen. Murdered by a Queen. Frere Reaper did get a drone kill, did get some good scouting off and do some damage to a couple Queens in this hatchery. So gets maybe a passing grade, but definitely does not join the Reaper Hall of Fame, which I still need to put together, actually. I might have actually shared it by now, but that reminds me I should do it. I'm about a week ahead in my cast, so by the time you hear this, it will probably be a week past when I said it, which is always kind of weird, but I like having a buffer in case things come up. Hellions trying to burn down that Queen and Creep Tumor. Can't get the Creep Tumors. One of them does get canceled, though. Puts the fear of a Hellion into Nistic, and he cancels one of the tumors, which does allow him to reset it just in case it was going to fall. Overlord here scouts the creation of the third base for Livibee at the gold base. Overlord between the second and potential fourth bases, scouting out that as well. Banshee's here at the third, though, and it has Cloak. Queen shooting away. Spore Crawler coming up, and it might be too late. We're absolutely taking apart these drones. There's the Cloak. There's the Cloak. Drones did not run far enough. One changes into a Spore Crawler. Queen trying to run for her life. Can she survive? Coming to the safety of a Spore Crawler that's not there yet. And does get the Queen kill. Nice job, Banshee. 5 kills already, getting more and more drones. Overseer morphs in, though, and Queen getting shots off. It's going to be Banshee as many kills as she can get before she dies, and 9. 9 kills on that Banshee. Probably should have run away, honestly. Maybe headed left here where there were no Spore Crawlers or Queens to kill her, but in the end wanted to stand in there and kill as much as she could. 11 drones have been killed so far. It's 44 to 44 Harvesters. Terran was able to bring it back into equilibrium in that worker count. And what do we have here? Another Banshee on the way. Another Starport coming up. And continue and just making Widow Mines now. So it looks like Livibee might be going for a mech strategy as these Hellions, mass Hellion coming in, roasting up all the Lings trying to defend this third base. Some drones depart, and most of them do not. Get out of their drones. Run for your lives. Queen trying to defend as well. Hellions say, forget you. We're not even going to bother lining them up. Lining up those drones. More and more drones getting killed. One Spine Crawler. I'm not sure if it's enough. 18 drones have been killed so far. There are now mutas out. But can they kill the Hellions quickly enough? The Hellions know they're on a suicide mission. They're going right on into murder up these here drones. Roasted them up in a Terran droney barbecue, and bam, all the Hellions are gone. But that's 28 dead drones. 48 to 29 Harvesters right now for the Terran player. Some Widow Mines and some missile turrets are up in pretty good locations for Livibee. So should be able to hold off this ensuing Mutalisk revenge harass. They're trying to get out here and do what they can against the evil Terran who killed so many of the Overmind's baby drones. Widow Mines set up in nice defensive positions here at the third base as well. Chung chung chung, and a missile turret. Mutas do force cancels on the refineries here at the third base. Missile turret shooing away an Overlord that's just scouting things out. Been there pretty much the entire game. Liberators are here. Liberator production double pumped for Livibee to deal with these Mutas. Mutas trying to find somewhere to go, but again, good reaction by Livibee, getting missile turrets up in great places. Widow Mines could be anywhere as far as Nistic knows. Very scary. Liberators, 2 Liberators killing an Overlord. Not as slow as 1 Liberator killing an Overlord, but still takes a while, but he explodes nonetheless. Overseer's here now to assist the Mutas. There we go. 1 Widow Mine taken down. Missile turrets trying to get shots off. The Mutas are going to take down the refinery here in the main base. One of them anyway. And can they get it? Yes, before the Liberators show up, they do. Slowing down that gas income, very important for Nistic, especially if Livibee is going... You know what? Is Livibee just straight going Sky Toss here? That's 3 Starports. Whoa. Banshees, Liberators, Hellions on the ground for that ground composition, that ground aspect. Nistic working on Banelings. I'm not sure how useful they will be, but perhaps against Hellions and Hellbats, they're not bad. Not bad. +1 flyer on the way for Nistic as well. 3 Widow Mines here at the third. I don't know if the Mutas can pick those off well enough. Trying to get 1. Widow Mine shot does fire. And, ooh, big time. Killing the Overseer and greatly weakening these Mutas. The Liberators coming to clean that up. And no, the Mutas are fast enough to fly away from the Liberators. But hey, Widow Mines did their job. 2 of them died. But one of them was able to... that one kill the Overseer? No, it doesn't actually have any kills on it. Infestation Pit on the way for the Nistic. Baneling Speed on the way for Nistic as well, and just continuing to quadruple pump Liberators and get Banshees out one by one. 2 armories on the way. Banshee here killing creep tumors, preventing that creep spread. And Livibee taking a 4th base here at the 8-minute mark. 4th base by Nistic as well up along this left side. So kind of just mirroring each other's expansion habits. Top right side for Livibee for the 4th, bottom left side for Nistic. That's how this works. It is the standard approved pattern on Apotheosis, and who is going to complain? Not me. Not me at all. Starport's continuing to work here, double pumping those Hellions. Any sign of the Blue Flame upgrade? You know, I don't think so. There's only the 1 factory, and it's got a reactor on it, so I don't think Livibee even has the option to do that. Here comes a Hellion push, killing creep tumors, pushing on into this third base. There are Mutas here. There are Liberators here. The Hellbat transformation is ready to go. Banshees at the same time. Hellbats walking in first. Lot of Banelings morphing in for Nistic, though. 10 Banelings here. No speed yet, but I'm not sure if that's necessary. Crashing right into the Hellbats. Whoosh! All the Hellbats are gone. Muta's trying to deal with the Liberators. Banshee's killing everything they can, going after this third base with a vengeance, going right for the hatch, trying to take it out. The Mutas are very distracted by the Liberators. They took them down, but they are very injured indeed. Now coming back to try to save the hatchery. The Transfuse used as well. Queens, Mutas against the remaining 3 Banshees. Very low on HP, though the hatchery does fall as the last Banshee gets exploded. Oh, basically sacrifice those Banshees to kill this third base at the gold. Nicely done. Nistic immediately tries to replant the new hatchery. And well done indeed by the Terran player. We're looking at 28 drones killed to 3 workers lost for Livibee. And we're about 7,000 resources lost for Terran, and about 7,000 lost for Zerg as well. So these players pretty much evening it out as far as I can tell. Corruptors on the way for Nistic, +2/+2 for those Lings and Ultras. And Banelings coming out as well for the Zerg player. Hellions harassing at the 4th base, forcing a full retreat of Hellions. A retreat of drones rather. Drones coming into attack, and woo, a lot of those drones are low on HP. This guy's only got 3 hit points remaining going back to work. It is very dangerous to work at this 4th base if you have low HP, and there's no static defense here still. Nothing to defend against Hellions. There's a single Spore Crawler, but that's not useful at all. Ultralisk Cavern on the way for the Zerg player. There are 8 Mutas, 4 Corruptors, and 6 Lings in the army for Nistic right now. He just doesn't have much at all, is the problem. But, I mean, he's making more Banelings than Ultralisk Caverns on the way, and really there's no sign that Livibee is threatening right now at all. Ooh, both players taking their 5th again, mirror opposites. Just north of the main base is Nistic's 5th, and just south of his or her main base is Livibee's 6th. So, 5th rather. Did I say 6th? I meant 5th base. Man, when you get up to this many bases, it gets a little bit confusing. Liberators and Banshees. More Sky Toss coming on down with that Hellion support. As per usual in this game, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, says Livibee. Hellions trying to burn out a lot of these Lings, but man, walking right into those Banelings. Only 4 Hellions left. Liberators really want a piece of those Mutas, but they want nothing to do with it. Cloak Banshees going after this 5th base of Nistic. Do I have a Lisp? I don't usually have a Lisp. Anyway, it's going to die. I don't think there's anything that is saving it. Liberators setting up shop here at the 4th base. Queen chasing her away, though. And yep, 5th base explodes. And Broodlings explode along with it. Yep, job well done, says Livibee. Backing out of there. I feel like Livibee might just be able to win the game right there. There are only 8 Mutas and 4 Corruptors in the sky. Against how many Liberators? 18 Liberators? Why would you go home? Hellions try to come into this 4th base again. Lings, Banelings, and Mutas make sure they don't get a single drone kill on this particular visit. Liberators killing an Overlord that's been pooping creep on Livibee's top side of the map. Liberator count getting kind of insane. And now Vikings being added to the group. +3 melee attack on the way for the Terran, or for the Zerg player. Chitinous plating on the way as well. +1 flyer. Ghost Academy up for Livibee. I like this. Ghost Academy for steady targeting possibly. Haven't seen them a lot. Ghosts have kind of been missing from the casts. They were used for a long time against Ultras, but then I feel like either Zerg figured out that Banelings and Fungal Growth interrupts that casting time on steady targeting, making it useless, and so Terran players don't bother with it. But I still felt like steady targeting was the best way to deal with Ultras for a long time. For some reason, pro players did not seem to agree. But, you know, I'm going to stick by my guns on that one. I like Ghosts. I like their steady targeting ability. It hits pretty hard, and the fact that it ignores armor is the key thing there. So again, both players going for 6th, taking the mirror side. 6th base here, just south of the 5th base. Nope, 4th base? Yeah, just south of the 4th base. And 6th base for Nistic, just north of that 5th base. Hellions trying to roll in, checking to see if the 5th is getting replanted. And it is. It is getting replanted here. Creep spread, Spore Crawlers at the same time. Really worried about additional Banshees. It's 188 to 152 total supply. Livibee is up big time when it comes to everything. Army and worker count. Only 3 up on worker count, which means the army is substantially bigger. But the longer you wait here, Hellions trying to do stuff at the 5th base, getting shot down by Mutalisks. Again, I mean, the longer you wait, though, the longer the Zerg player has to recover, the longer they're able to get Ultras out, getting hatcheries coming out. Pathogen glands on the way. We will see Infestors, obviously, with that upgrade just now finishing. +3 ground Carapace on the way for those Ultras and Lings as well. Hellions continuing to move out, but Livibee's army just hanging. I don't know. You're maxed out, Livibee. Go. Push. Kill something. Try to see what you can do. I don't know what you're waiting for. Additional bases, maybe? You already got 6 of them. Don't be greedy. Don't be greedy, Livibee. Hellions sneaking down this left side again. They're on creep, so these Mutalisks are flying back to save them. Lings as well. Can the Lings do this thing? Once again, no blue flame on the Hellions. I just feel like if you're going to make this many Hellions, you got to get the blue flame. The Infernal Pre-Igniter is a great upgrade. Banshees crushing on in to the Hellions. Muta's killing every one of those. That is so many dead. 31 dead Hellions and 10 dead Hellbats. That's a lot. That is a lot of Hellions to make without getting Infernal Pre-Igniter. I'm not sure. I guess Libibee's upgrade priorities have been on the Skytoss army. That's a lot of Liberators. That is 17 Liberators, 13 Vikings, and 7 Banshees right now for the Terran players. Serious business right now for the Livibee. All right, what's the composition? Nistic, do you still have nothing? 21 Corruptors, 8 Mutas, 2 Altars, and 3 Vipers. I just don't know that it's enough. Is the problem here. Is Nistic taking a 7th base? Nistic's taking a 7th base, you guys. Bam. There it is. Just to the northish of that 5th, which is up and running again after being sniped on down. Banshees clearing out creep tumors in the middle of the map. Hyperflight Rotor's on the way. That does give Banshees some speed. Cloaked Ghosts using steady targeting to take out a couple Mutas, but then retreating once they saw that there were Overseers in the air and more Mutas to deal with than they necessarily had time for. So good pick-off. No real major victory there, but anytime you can actually reduce the swarm, you should probably do it. Corruptors are at +1/+1. Vipers here getting more and more energy. Looks like they used their consume to get to that 200 max. Banshees clearing out more creep tumors. Just creep tumor hit squad in it. Ladies and gentlemen, Overlord trying to poop creep up here at a 7th base for Livibee. Again, just mirrored from where Nistic is going. These people are, I mean, are they just taking notes from each other and seeing where they're expanding and then just doing the opposite? That seems to be what we're dealing with right now. Ghost count getting a little bit high for Livibee. 14 ghosts. It's more than there are Vikings in the sky right now. High-sec auto-tracking on the way for the Livibee. +3 flyer attack. Hyperflight Rotors. +3 flyer armor. Whew, I know it's not called flyer, but you know what I mean. What is it? Upgrade for ship weapons and ship plating is the correct one there. Banshees coming on down, trying to see what they can do. Clearing out a creep spreading queen. Maybe scanning, killing some creep tomb or some spore crawlers and queens. Getting some shots off, though. Banshees do turn around to try to get this queen to massacre her, and they do get her before spore crawlers can save her life. Killing some creep tumors as long as they're here. These Banshees doing a great job, actually. A lot of dead creep tumors in this game. How many we're looking at? 24, 25, 26, 27. Muta's trying to come in, but Banshees a little bit faster with that Hyperflight Rotor upgrade. 5.25 versus 5.6 move speed. No, Mutas can outrun them. 5.6, and the Banshees were 5.25, right? Where are you, Banshees? Where the heck did you go? Did you run all the way home? There you are. You're cloaked. 5.25. Yeah, okay, so Mutas are still faster, but the Banshees have a little bit more time to run, a little bit more distance before the Mutas catch up to them and murder them, and I think they can outrun Overseers, which is more important. 4.72. Yeah, so they can definitely outrun Overseers, which means the Mutas catch them, but if they're cloaked, it doesn't matter. So Hyperflight Rotor, a good upgrade to get if you're planning on going this Skytoss route that Livibee is planning on doing. So these players have essentially both maxed out, sitting at 71 workers each. Nope, just kidding. Livibee just sent in a bunch of SCVs to get massacred to free up supply, I assume. Now sitting at 192 out of 200. Trying to expand to an 8th base is Livibee, but no. Forced to retreat as Corruptors trying to burn that thing down. They hit hard against armored units, but steady targeting coming out from the Ghost, defending, killing all 3 of the Vipers. No, they get all 3 of the Vipers. Nice job, Ghosts. Nice job, Ghost. Oh, those guys used Consume to get max energy and everything. Banshee's still trying to murder stuff, including creep tumors. And they are having great success at that. Just not much success at anything else recently. No base kills, not many drone kills. Trying to snipe down an extractor, not really going to work out for them. Retaking that 8th is Livibee with mass repair. Bring the army to defend the 8th base. Do it. Bring in the army here again. Cloaked Banshee's able to escape thanks to being able to outrun those Overseers. That's exactly what this is all about. All about. 8th base has landed. The Eagle has landed. Livibee throwing down a bajillion missile turrets, like 7 missile turrets and a sensor tower here. All the mules in the world come down at this 8th base as well. No sign of an 8th for Nistic quite yet, but you might want to think about it. Just again, because Livibee has a huge portion of this map. Where are we looking? Where are we looking? just patrolling back and forth. The Ultras are here. The Corruptors are here. Everybody is maxed out. The upgrade's looking fantastic. More Vipers in the sky, using that consume on spore crawlers and hatcheries and extractors. Whatever is handy, they will use to gain that energy. As we can see that going up very quickly on one of these Vipers. A bit of a push here from Banshees, just killing, again, creep tumors. Ghosts coming in, try to harass this 7th base, and an 8th is on the way now for Nistic on that left side to match the 8th on the right side for Livibee. This is crazy talk. Banshees clearing another creep queen. Checking this base out. They could kill the 8th, but I think they have orders to just bypass it entirely, and they do. And they do. Is Nistic going for it? Looks like he's in position. There's a lot of Defender Mode Liberator circles here, though, flying right on in, yoinking a Liberator in to murder it, but then deciding maybe not, we're going to continue that attack. That seems like a very dangerous concept indeed. Whew. So again, both players maxed out. Both players just kind of sitting here. Nobody really wants to engage. It's been a while since we've seen a big engagement between these players. Scans everywhere from Livibee to just check out what the enemy is doing. Can't necessarily blame them for doing that. And yeah, here we are. Livibee throwing down yet another command center at this 7th base location. I assume that's going to be a planetary fortress for defense. Ghost coming in, trying to clear more stuff out at the 5th base, but no, deciding to retreat. Not liking what they saw there. And you know what? We're going to take a little break for a commercial here. So hang out with me. Watch the ad. Be right back, and we'll wrap up this exciting TVZ mech versus whatever the heck Zerg is doing. And we will be right back. All right, welcome back to our game between Livibee and Nistic here on Apotheosis. And yeah, both players just kind of hanging out right now. We're maxed. Their Banshee is going around trying to shut down Nistic's attempt at an 8th base. And we get a nuke. A nuke right at the front line here on all these spore crawlers and this base on the right side. I think that's the 7th. And it is the 7th. Nuke's going to fall. Ends up killing like 4 drones, a spore crawler, and a creep tumor. So not the most effective nuke of all time. That Ghost does have 6 kills though, which is good. Banshee's still continuing to clear out creep tumors. Fantastic, amazing stuff. Idle SCVs here at the 3rd base for Livibee, just because there's nothing to mine there anymore, and I don't think Livibee needs them anywhere else. Maybe here at the 8th or the 7th along the left side, but the 8th along the right side is looking pretty darn chill. So here comes Livibee, moving in with the Ghost first of all. A small handful of Vikings and Banshees, not the whole army. Just trying to sneak on in and see what they can take care of. The scan reveals some things. A big attack. Here it is at the 7th base. Blinding Cloud being used. Banshees crashing into that planetary fortress. Corruptors trying to destroy what they can in the air. Yes, the Liberators are getting destroyed there as well. Are there enough mutants to take down these missile turrets, though? I don't know. Going for it, though, is Livibee. Going to try to take down this 7th base with Ghosts alone, basically. The army coming back home to try to deal with that thing. Some Broodlords here to take out an additional command center that has landed at that location. And yes, the base does get taken down. The hatchery falls. Livibee manages to kill it with basically mainly Ghosts. No upgrades on these Ghosts at all. I thought for sure they had at least +1/+1, but they do not. They do not. The Banshees can't quite get in there. The Defender Mode circles are too good, too overlapping. And the Ghosts are pretty pleased about that one there. So Banshees come in to clear out the rest of the stuff, which includes these extractors. And they get taken out. No, get out of there, Ultras. Ultras pop at this location. And then steady targeting is used on those Ultras. And yeah, walking through Defender Mode circles not good either in this situation. But Banshees crashing on what they can. Ultra's still alive to some extent here. Doing a pretty good job against these Ghosts, but there's no detection. The Ultra is forced to attack somewhere else. Steady targeting, taking down all of these Corruptors, trying to do what they can against the Liberators and the Vikings, though. Pretty fantastic stuff. And Infestor walks in on its own. Two Ultras trying to take down that planetary fortress at that 7th base. Not going to happen. The Ghost just using regular attacks on the Ultras. Not going to work too well. Use that steady targeting. Are you guys out of energy or what? Can they take down the final Ultra? No, the Ultra escapes with 22 hit points there. Parasitic Bomb was used to pretty good extent on the Liberators and the Vikings there, but in the end, I mean, the bottom line is that Livibee was able to hold, did not lose this base on the right side, but again, was able to kill this base right next door for Nistic. Nistic did take that 8th along the left, though. We're looking at 142 to 200 total supply coming in again here. Here come the Lings right on top of everything. Are there enough Corruptors to clear out the Vikings? I don't know. Ultras are chasing everything down. The Overseers are chasing the Ghost down there as well, pulling back to yet another planetary fortress. Ghosts are getting killed by these Lings, and some of them are cloaking, some of them are not. The ones that are not cloaking are getting destroyed. That's a lot of dead Ghosts thus far here. We're looking at 14 dead Ghosts. The Ultras are here at the Planetary Fortress at the 6th base. Steady targeting being used on the Ultras. Is it enough? No! The Planetary Fortress ends up falling. Corruptors are clearing out Liberators as well. This is not looking good for our Terran player, losing 2 bases in short order, and these Ultras are still alive. Fully upgraded, +3, +8 Ultras. Clearing out everything at the 6th base. Corruptors coming in to reconsolidate the forces. And is he going to pull back? I don't know. I don't know what the plan is. This Ultra has 7 kills, 3 kills, 5 kills, 4 kills. Refinery here at the 7th base getting cleared out as well. Or is this one the 8th? I always forget. Missile turret gone. So Zerg remaxed on those Ultras pretty quickly. More Ultras, more Broodlords coming on in. 102 to 76 total supply. Army value about 6,000 to 7,000. So that must be worker count. Yeah, 56 to 22 Harvesters. Nistic is up. Libibee's down to 22 Harvesters. 52 SCVs were killed thus far. Got a small group of Hellions. Again, not the Blue Flame kind. Blue Flame trying to take some damage on the 8th base on the left side, but no, Lings clear them out fairly easily. Broodlord left alone gets murdered by Vikings up on this right side. And the Zerg Swarm is here at Libibee's replacement. 7th base, Ultras on top of everything, forcing a cancel on that Planetary Fortress. Libibee just leaves it alone. Just lets it go. Steady targeting, coming down hard on those Ultras, but retreating as best as he can. Nistic only loses 2 of them. 2 of them. Defender mode circles being useful in that situation as well. Ghost gonna push. Nope. Ghost just stop the Zerg advancement and then retreat on home. It's 180 to 123 total supply. Banelings. 5 Infestors at a time being produced for Nistic. Any more Lings? Yep, 28 Lings as well. I feel like Lings are probably your best answer to these Ghosts, especially because they are not upgraded whatsoever. I mean, at this point, oh, Libibee is so mineral starved, though. 54 minerals? 54. Throwing down all the mules at this command center, replacement command center at the 7th base, and finally getting some of that income. Shucking down a nuke, though. Where are you, Ghost? Ah, nuke down here. I mean, at the 5th base is not particularly effective. Corruptors trying to clear out everything in the air. The Ultras really trying to get in and get rid of all of these mules if they possibly can, but they're getting burned alive here by Liberator. Defender mode circles, forced to retreat. Here is Nistic to the nuke land, but again, the Ghost has like 5 kills, so not the best, not the most effective nuke of all time, but Livibee does manage to hold there. I feel like that might have been the end of the game. If Livibee loses that base, that is the only, effectively, the only mining base available to Livibee right now. 7 SCVs. 7. Ghost does not get another nuke down. Detection. And a Queen and some Lings, enough to get rid of him. 10 Corruptors on the way. Just wants more and more Corruptors. More air-to-air, says Nistic. Got the upgrades. Got the bases running here as well. Got 56 drones mining from what bases? 1 base is on the left side. So 2 base to effectively 2 base for these players. I guess if you have 10 SCVs, it's hard to say you're on 2 bases, though, is the problem. More and more Ghosts coming in from the Livibee as well. What are we looking at here? Corruptor count looking fairly impressive at 22. 4 Ultras, 9 Banelings versus 12 Liberators, 13 Ghosts, and 12 Vikings. Yeah, both players hanging out a little bit. Ghost is going to try to possibly nuke this 8th. There it is. Here comes the nuke. Look at the range on that thing. There's the scan. Ghosts taking out Overlords that are dropping creep at this location. Do not get nuked. Oh my gosh, he's going to get nuked. No, the Ghost at the last second gets taken down by the Ultras. The nuke was like this far from the ground. How does that cancel the nuke? I feel like at a certain point, if you can hear it coming, it's gonna land, right? Like the Ghost has done his job to that point, but no, apparently not quite enough there. Another Ghost trying to steady target, gets hit by some Banelings, dies. Another one forced to retreat as well. We're just kind of playing patty cake right here between these 2 bases on the left side. 8th base for Nistic. Replacing that 7th along that right side. That hatch is back up, and it is being mined from as well. So I'd say Zerg player's in a pretty good location, but again, allowing the Terran to come back. It's 151 to 175 total supply now. Terran is not as bad off as previously, which is pretty much where you want to be. If you're the Terran player, is not as bad off as you used to be. Nistic does have the Ultras on the ground, does have the big old Corruptor Ball as well here. The Liberators are in Defender mode. I was going to say, they're not super useful against the air, but now they pulled up and they're flying over this base. So this is I mean, It's 18 to 55 Harvesters right now. 50 Lings coming in for Nistic to max out at that 200 supply. Fully upgraded Lings in this situation I think are pretty good. I think are pretty fantastic. The Planetary Fortress is an issue, but if you can take care of that, I think the rest of it should come fairly easily to the Nistic. More extractors coming in. Not gas starved exactly, but only about 800 gas in the bank right now. Some cloaked banshees flying around trying to do some more damage here. And yeah, this replacement 7th base on the right side does not have any detection whatsoever. Throw down a Spore Man. You have 2,000 minerals. Guess there's an Overseer, but nothing that can shoot up. There we go. Spore Crawler now coming in. Nistic has received the wake-up call. SCV has 1 hit point and gets murdered. Is that a scouting SCV, or is Livibee trying to free up supply? No, 159. Definitely not maxed out. Definitely not at this point here. Fully upgraded Banshees, 15 damage times 2. Armor level 3 here as well. Just going after this base. Coming in, trying to kill as much as they possibly can. Where is the army? There are Ling counterattacks from Nistic coming up all over the place, though. Trying to get rid of production facilities, going after missile turrets, going after supply depots as well. Some ghosts are coming back to try to deal with them. But, man, these cracklings hit really hard. The Banshees might get the hatchery, though. One is left behind to try and get it. Where are the Corruptors? I don't know. Save it, Infestors. Save the hatchery. You guys are right here. No. Oh, no. Oh, the Banshee leaves it with 83 hit points. Gets out of there. Lings getting cleaned up by Ghosts. Ghosts have no upgrades, but still. Not too shabby here. Zerglings taking down missile turrets. Not doing too much damage, I would say, here in the main base, especially now that there are Hellbats chasing those Lings away. I mean, getting rid of these supply depots didn't even really supply block the Terran player. Lings go home and get murdered by some ghosts. Alright, I mean, that was fine. I almost feel like it's just hard. It's hard for cracklings to do their thing when there are planetary fortresses and widow mines around. Hard to just kind of let them mindlessly run around here. 4 Ultras on the way from the Nistic. 31 minutes into this game. Overseer's coming in. Are we doing this thing? There's the Abduct on a Banshee. I'm not sure that's what you want to do, but Blinding Cloud being tossed down on the missile turrets. Corruptors clearing out all of these Liberators that are in Defender mode. Blinding Cloud being used on the Planetary Fortress. Steady targeting on all of the Ultras, though, completely murdering them. All that's left of these Corruptors. Whoa, good hold there. Wait, did those Ultras not go in? There were some that went in there. There were definitely some that went in there. 25 Ultras have died in this game. The counterattack from Livibee. Banshees overhead just raining down fire. Is Nistic giving up on this hatch? Giving up on the hatch. Banshee trying to do stuff along this right side, fighting with the Spore Crawler instead. The hatchery does fall. And Livibee continuing to push on down, clearing out creep tumors. There are Lings here, fully upgraded Lings here, trying to do what they can against the Terran player. Ultras on the ground, Lings on the ground. I feel like those Ultras could have made a difference at this location, but no, apparently they did not. Handful of Banelings in the Zerg army now, transferring those drones over to the base along the right side, the 7th replacement base that is up and running. That will be oversaturated when those drones happen to show on up. So playing defense right now. It looks like everybody's coming over here to this final mining base that Nistic has. Oh, trying to take the base up along this top right side at Livibee's 8th base location. Oh boy. Oh boy. That's going to be interesting. If Zerg can hold that, it might actually work out. I did see Ravens getting added. There we go. What is that? 8 Ravens for Livibee. So trying to do the Super Sky Terran thing with Ghost support and Raven support seems like a pretty good idea. So everybody consolidating their forces. It's 179 to 162 total supply here. Overlord that was pooping creep up here by Livibee's base at the top right is gone. Pushing in is Nistic. What's he going to do? We can probably get rid of some of those mules, but they're almost expired anyway, so I'm not sure how much it matters. The scan reveals the location of the Zerg army, though. Nicely done, Livibee, recognizing that location. And splitting up a little bit here. Maybe is that just bad pathing, or is that intentional splitting? Yeah, just bad pathing, I guess. Coming right on in. Defender mode circles are killing everything, though. Corruptors getting rid of the Liberators as fast as they can. Hunter Seeker Missile being used on the Ultras as well. Bam, bam. Banelings, Lings getting cleared out. Banelings want to hit on the Ghost, but no, none of them actually do there. Corruptors doing what they can, but there are so many Vikings. And that Ultra gets taken out. All that's left now for Nistic is a handful of Corruptors. Amazing win there. Amazing win there for Livibee. I don't feel like playing against Cancer right now, says Nistic. And Nistic is defeated. Wow, good win there by the Terran player, meching it up, Sky Terraning it up. With that ghost support, just patient as can be. I don't know that Nistic had the ability to win that game. I mean, I know he was, I don't want to play against Cancer, but he had 26 links and 5 corruptors with 800 minerals in the bank. I don't think he had a way to win this thing. There are a ton of Vikings, bunch of Liberators. The ghost count was almost a full page there as well. The Ravens doing damage at the same time. 11 kills on that one Raven, and Livibee was pushing. So nicely done indeed to the Terran player. Gets the victory in the 34-minute TVZ here on Apotheosis. So great game. All right, so that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button. Hit the subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, and Patreon, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself. Patrons! Nicholas Cheek, Sean Govin, Nick Riley, Josh Cornelius, Jin, Jeff Duvall, KN, Matt Meermans, Hagon Marcus, Back Bertie, Alex Coffey, Ben Raboyne, 19 Day, Keith Garlow, Alexandros Canaris, Complex, Ian Westbrook, Michael McIntosh, Sam Estegoy, Bo Brissett, Cale Anderson, Trevor Smith, Menhadin, GMP, Sip Kopata, Konma, Michael Wellen, Plaid, Henry Cooper, Clayton Knight, Jan Kodera, Kevin Shing, Rajiv Bhatt, The Cosmic Phoenix, Peter Haas, Andre Breet, Mither. Thank you, Leak at the top right. Bye.